We are live. Look at that. It's as simple as a button. I'm very shiny today. Do you know what's really funny is that, in fact, I'm going to wait until, I love this little bit. It's just like an Instagram where the first little bit where you go live and there's no one watching. And I love it. It's kind of like your own little peaceful moment. And because I start talking to myself and I've been quiet, the dog comes in. I can hear him now. His little paws are on their way. Hey, Donna. There he is. So I still don't really understand how all of this works because we have this weird thing where it tells me there's no one watching and then I get comments. Or maybe there's a delay. Maybe that's what it is. So all in the week when I'm working in front of the camera, obviously I wear makeup to stop this. It's like a normal thing that most people in front of cameras do to stop all this kind of shiny thing. And then when I'm here on Sunday, because it's Sunday, right? Like you're invited into my house and we're going to chill out. You're lucky I'm dressed, frankly. Let's just make that clear. But of course I don't wear makeup because it's just a casual chat between you and me, right? And this is obviously built over the last, few weeks and it's going to get better. I've got some really exciting news, by the way, about guests. And then it's just, I get like this little shiny thing. Anyway, there's a new feature. Well, it's probably not new. It's a new feature for me. Where just like over on Instagram, you can comment and you can react and stuff, and I can see your comments. See, look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this over here because I'm told that this is how it works. I drag that in and look, there you go, look, Donna, hey Jez. How cool is that? So what we can do is I can bring you in to, oh, not there, because you're looking at there. I can bring you into the screen, and I'm super excited about the prospects of that. We can bring some people in, and there's a little interview thing. So what I'm going to get you to do is to drop into the comments today. If you would like to be part of Jez's Sunday Elevenses, you can next week. You can comment below if you want to be a part of it, and next week we're going to bring some guests in. Like you, like normal people. But that is another really cool thing. Because of moving to YouTube and I get to do all this kind of sexy thing, I also get to, I can play around with stupid stuff like this. Oh, look, stupid stuff. Hey, that's my indication of autumn because that's pretty much what's happening outside right now. It's autumn. Anyway, back to that nonsense. But also, we can do really fun things because, I'm just going to move this over here, I can bring in people right next to me. So I'm hoping that there's a little special guest, secret, minor celebrity that we might do as well. So Carol says, I don't get how this works either. Me neither, but it's okay, we're all in it together. So happy Sunday, everyone. I hope what we might do is I might do it here on YouTube and also on Instagram at the same time. I'm not sure. I might also do it on Facebook as well because I can do that on this sexy thing as well. So this is that kind of transition phase where we work out how we want to do it and where everybody wants to listen best. I've got a new mug. It's not a new mug. It's a new mug for you, I think. This is. I get asked about this mug all the time. It's not. It looks like it's a handmade one, but I don't think it is. It's that lovely earthenware that I like with a bit of a glaze. It's from Oliver Bonus, but does he? My best friend gave it to me, so it's one of those yums. Hey Mark, good to see you. Look, Mark, you missed this cool thing. Look what I can do. Look at that. Hey Mark. I don't think it's worth being on air for, but we're here now. So if you want to be on Sunday Elevenses with Jez, you can. I've had a cracking week this week, gang. It's been very tiring. And I'm working today. I don't normally work on a Sunday. I normally sort of politely decline any opportunities or invitations to work Sunday. But I'm off to a wedding today. And I don't work at a lot of weddings just because of the way things work out with my diary and whatever. But I'm always really flattered to be asked to work at a wedding. So I'm off with my other hat on, my other alter ego as the unusualist, so I'm going to go and do some magic at somebody's wedding today, and I'm really excited about it. It's in London, which I'm kind of less excited about, but that'll be really nice. So I did 3 days hosting a conference, then a little bit of time off, but then yesterday, when we did Friday night, I had some friends around, and Mr. Adorable made the most, let me tell you, the most amazing sticky Chinese beefy thing. So we bought amazing beef from lovely Deersbrook Farm, all grass-fed. I think I've told you about this before. Grass-fed. You can see on YouTube. There's a video of me doing an interview when we were doing a thing with Saturday Kitchen with them. So we went down to see Anna and her lovely family, and all of her cows graze on the grass, and they're slaughtered on site and butchered on site and sold on site. So the whole circle happens on site. They really, really love their animals as well. And so I got a gorgeous joint of beef, and we sliced it, and he sliced it into little strips, and you like double fry them in corn flour and some other stuff so they're really crispy, and then they marinate in like this amazing smorgasbord of chili and honey and ginger and whatever else he put in there, magic, I don't know. And then they made this incredible sauce with honey, of course. I have quite a lot of stock of honey here. So lovely British raw honey with ginger in it and some other like rice vinegar and whatever. Oh, let me tell you, it was incredible. I'm going to put a link to show you the recipe for it. Oh, Mark says he just had to make a channel to comment. Oh, that sounds a bit rubbish. Do we think it was better on Instagram? We might have to kind of have it. You have to be honest. Like, I'm only here because I figured I could do sexy stuff. So you might have to let me know if it's not sort of working. Well, you have to comment. You have to tell me. I only do it for you. I don't do it for me. I talk to myself anyway, whether the camera's on or not. So anyway, the beef was gorgeous. I'll send you the recipe in the comments because I think you'll like it. He did it with sushi rice instead of normal rice. I would have just done it with normal, long grain rice. But so the sushi rice was obviously like sticky, and I put some spring onions on it, and then toasted some sesame seeds, sprinkled some sesame seeds over the top, and then tons of coriander. Oh, it was really cool. Carol, is that random yes, that yes you're loving the sticky beef, or yes you preferred it on Instagram? And you need to work with me here, people, right? I can't double guess. So that was a really nice day. And then yesterday, now, let me tell you, I'm normally in bed by 9:30. I'm the life and soul of a party. I'm the best person. If you want to invite people to a party, but you don't want the party to go on very long, I am absolutely the person you want to invite, because I don't drink alcohol and I'm normally in bed by 9:30 or 10 o'clock. So I'm like the party pooper. So, if you want people to move along and people to start going quite early, I'm your man for that. So, but on Saturday, we stayed up till like 2:30 in the morning. So yesterday, I was absolutely ruined. Carol says both. She prefers Instagram and likes the sticky beef. All right. Well, if there's enough votes for Instagram, we might do both. Or it's easy enough for me to broadcast from there as well. In fact, look, I'll do like I did the other day. I'll do it now. I don't want to upset everyone. Here we go. Look, I'm off here. And we do live, I think this, I'm so bad at all this kind of stuff. Here we go. And if I put you, you're not going to be able to do it here. I might be able to do it there. The problem is, if you do it live, there we go. It's checking connection. We're on Instagram. And it's going to do it. But you're going to get a not very nice, you're now live. Hey! This is really to appease Carol, but also other people who preferred it on Instagram. And now I can't do it. Oh gosh, this is all... Hang on, what's this? Elbow, cough, rock and party poppers. Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Hey. So, that was my thing. But in the week, I also was catching up with a really good friend of mine. So last weekend, I went to go and see a friend of mine who lives in Worthing. Hey, we're on Instagram, but we're here now as well because apparently lots of people prefer this. So we're in a halfway house. Join us wherever you want. But I'm going to be looking there more because there's YouTube and here's Instagram, and I can't do that all the time because it'll look like I've got titubation, which is a nervous tick when you do that. Look at that, you learn everything here. You could write this time off as tax deductible because it's sort of like training, I suppose. So anyway, my point being, I caught up with this friend in Worthing, and I haven't seen her for, I don't know, tons, like 3 or 4 years or something like that. And she said, well, why don't we do something every year, just you and I? Why don't we say, right, from now on, we're going to go to the Chelsea Flower Show every single year where we get to see each other. We know we're definitely going to, spend time with each other, but also we get to hang around with each other. That's definitely coming. And I thought, oh, that's a lovely thing. And then Mr. Adorable said, oh, isn't that a really cool idea for you to do like one special thing a year with one person? So you pick something that you do with one person and you do it every year. because then you've got something like really lovely to look forward to. But you've got that special moment where you're definitely going to see that person, because you're probably like me, you're busy, right? And you don't end up seeing all the people that you love spending time with. So I normally have a thing with my other best mate, Al, and we go for we save up all year and we go for a really lovely meal in a special restaurant every year. And then with my other friend, we go to London. We go to in December every year. Better in Instagram for comments, but volume up on YouTube. I mean, honestly, people, I can't. I'm trying my best here. Hey, Mark, good to see you. And Jackie and Lisa, or Lisa Ann. I don't know how, when people have two names, do you go for the whole thing or not? I don't know. I worked with a Lucy Marie, hyphenated, this year. She wasn't hyphenated, her name was. And but she preferred to be Lucy, despite the fact it was Lucy Marie. So I thought, well, I don't know. Just think of how much ink you would save if you stopped writing the second name that you don't use. I'm just saying. Talking of ink, by the way. So one of the things I do always when I work is I write in, like if I write a thank you letter, I always write it in ink. And I haven't written a thank you letter in ink for quite a while because I found another pen that was quite nice. But because I'm going to this wedding today and working at this wedding, I thought, it would be really nice to, write a letter properly. So this is so random like this. I can't cope with this. I'm going to have to put you over there for next time. Hey, Henry. Hey, Katie. Hello. Oh, God. So this camera is going to have to go over there for next time because I can't be doing with this. I'll let that guy off the telly. So I was handwriting, but aren't ink pens an absolute pain in the arse? Like, how on earth, for hundreds of years, did we end up with? I mean, I wiped most of it off, but I've got ink literally all over my hands. How on earth did we, like, for hundreds of years, end up writing with ink pens? There must have been all of the old documents must have had splurges of ink all over them, and people's shirts with ink all over them. I've got dark blue trousers on today, so like a boy, I just wiped it on my trousers. I couldn't be bothered to go and get a tissue. It's Sunday, all right, so we can be lazy. It doesn't matter. Now, for the last few weeks, I've done Supplier of the Week, okay, and Supplier of the Week is supposed to be an independent supplier, a shout out to independent suppliers. But I'm going to be honest, gang, I've run out, all right? So it's over to you now. If you have an independent supplier that you'd like to shout out to everybody, and this is so weird now because the numbers are split. So I've got a few people on Instagram, a few people on YouTube, a few people on that live stream thing, but everybody sees it, so it doesn't matter. I want you to tell me, I want you to say, hey, I found this great independent yada yada, I don't know, pen company or mug company or whatever, particularly mug company, definitely mugs and tea. Let's bump them up to the top of the list, please. Thanks very much. So go ahead and let me know. Drop it into the comments so I can see it, because that'd be really useful. And then I'll go find some stuff from them or buy something from them, and then I'll show it on here, because I think encouraging independent suppliers and independent people is a really important thing, particularly as we come up to Christmas, right? So rather than just buying everything from tax evaders, I said it, like Amazon or the big high street brands, some of the small people especially are really important. Mark says, especially if you have a pen with a poo on it. Oh, well, the pop on lid, yes. God, I need to bring that screen a bit closer, I think, for next week. Oh, gang, if you've only just joined, I'm on YouTube today. But some people prefer it on Instagram, so I ended up kind of at last minute doing an Instagram. So you're down there, YouTube's over there, so there's this. But next week, I promise, I'm going to put this one over there. It's a bit more complicated, I can't just do it. And then we'll all be there together. Mark says, especially have a pen with a pop-on lid, I always draw on myself when I put the lid on. All right, I mean, you don't have to draw on yourself when you put the lid on. Oh, yes! Mummy Ayal on Instagram says, ink stained tongue, classic boy era, schoolboy era. Yes. Not just schoolboys. I think some schoolgirls did it too. But yeah, that's a very nostalgic thing. And ink on your shirt. I remember once I had an ink pen. Everybody had a Parker ink pen. Does anybody else make ink pens? I've got a really gorgeous ink pen. Where is it? Oh, it's over there. It's really lovely. It's not a Parker one. But we always had Parker ones at school, didn't we? Those little ink cartridges. And I put there, and I remember just sort of leaving it. I forgot about it. For whatever reason, it leaked, but it bled. So all on my white shirt, I had this tons of like big bleed like this, like blue, like I've been shot with a blue. Just to be kind of fair to Mark, he's just qualified that Mark says he misses the lid. So it's not that he intentionally takes his adopterals on himself and then puts his lid on. Apparently he misses the lid. So I think, on behalf of everybody watching, Mark, Vignettes and Palettes says she's got both channels on. It's the only way to decide. Please let me know. Have a look whether you're YouTube or Instagram. I need a kind of, do we stay here? Do we go here? I don't know. There are benefits to being on YouTube because I get to use this piece of software that doesn't work with Instagram. I don't know. Or we could go over to Facebook, or I could do it on Facebook and Instagram. I tell you what I might do. I might end up putting this camera over there for next week. And then we can decide what we want to do together, can't we? And if you want to doesn't matter where you watch it, you can catch it wherever. Vicky says her daughter's left-handed and always ends up with a messy ink-stained hand. So I'm left-handed. I mean, all the best people are, I think, aren't they? Do we? I think so. And yeah, you're right. You always end up with that. I mean, I learnt to write differently because a lot of left-handed people write like that, right? And I think they learnt to write like that so that the words are here. It's almost like a fake right-handed, isn't it? But if you do that, I get a bit of smudgy as well. Or just get someone else to write it for you. Get your valet to do it. Carol says, then you lean on what you've written and it's all down your hand. Yeah, exactly. That's what you just said as well. Oh, yes. Jackie. Brilliant. Thanks so much, Jackie. Jackie says, shout out to Teaspoon Tea Company in Grantham. Loose Teas Coffee and Lincolnshire Produce. Right. That's going on the list. So the idea is this. You give me an independent supplier that you like, that you want a shout out of. Teaspoon Teas Co. I write it down, Teaspoon Tea Co. In Grantham. I then go buy some stuff from them, and then we'll showcase it on here, and hopefully we can all start to support people as well. Oh, and by the way, if you joined the Cuttings Club, you've got another couple of days if you want to go join it. So it's free for the first 10 people who join up, and we're going to start this little sort of test, really. If you can go to jezroseshop.co.uk, and in the learning and development section, don't ask me why, there is the Cuttings Club, and it's free. You just sign up. And so what we're going to do is we're going to swap cuttings, like plant cuttings, indoor and outdoor plant cuttings, around from each other, and try this idea that we could start to share plants basically for free. So, you sending some cuttings, I send some cuttings to each other, and the whole group sends cuttings to each other via me. And I think it's a really nice way to grow our plant library, because plants, both indoors and outdoors, can be really expensive. So I wanted to find a way that we can engage with it, but also do it in a kind of fun way as well. So that's what the Cuttings Club is all about. Vignettes and Palette says she's surprised our rural internet can cope with both channels playing simultaneously. How do you end up doing it twice? You're either hearing me twice as loud if you've got this both on Instagram and on YouTube, or you've got it twice. You've got a delay, like 30 seconds. People should pay more for that, I think. I've got a really good quote this week, gang. Look at this. Last week I forgot them. Oh, by the way, do you want like a magic trick every week or not? I kind of think maybe that's a bit too much, but you have to let me know what we want to do in this. The interview thing next week is going to be really fun as well. I'm just going to write a little reminder here on my little notepad. Look how efficient I am. I've got a notepad and everything now. So here's quote number 1. My neighbour gave me these. I don't know if I told you this, but every year she gives me a really cool birthday present. Christmas present, sorry. And it's a stack of page-a-day like diary things. You can peel them off and, read them out. And this one was one from February the 8th. Oh, this year. It's Carl Bard. I've no idea who he is. I always feel really bad when you get a really good quote and you like read who it's from and you think, well, I've no idea who that is. But whoever Carl Bard is, if he's alive or sadly no longer with us, this is a great thing. I've got 2 this year. This one's a corker. Though no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. Isn't that cool? So obviously for the start of the week. Oh, here's another thing. So do your weeks start on a Sunday or a Monday? So Monday, obviously, always for me. Like, that's the start of the week. That's absolutely normal. Everybody, I start work on a Monday. But isn't it weird that in a calendar, sometimes automatically it starts from a Sunday? And when I was choosing settings in my computer the other day, it says, oh, do you want your week to start on a Sunday or a Monday? And I was like, well, a Monday, obviously, because Sunday's the end of last week, isn't it? So you have to let me know whether you're a Sunday or a Monday starter. So though no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. And now, I suppose, if you didn't have a very good week last week, or if things haven't been going to plan, or maybe, you decided that you need to try and do something a bit different, then this is your week, right? This is your week to start making a brand new ending. Now, I don't watch much TV. In fact, for a very long time, I didn't even have a TV license because that's how little TV. And I remember my mum saying, when I started working on the Saturday Kitchen again, she said, you have to buy a TV license because I want to watch you at your house on Saturday Kitchen. Well, I don't really watch myself when I do work either. So I had to buy a TV license. But what I have really got into recently is Homeland. Oh, man, this is great. Now, I know I'm late to the party, right? By probably a couple of years. That normally happens as well. Sorry. But Homeland is incredible. I recently worked with one of the writers and producers. There's a bee in this. What the hell is that? Oh, no, that's not a bee. That's a wasp. Oh, I'm really sorry, gang. I'm not a big wasp fan. And normally always wasps get killed. Any other flying insect, I don't mind. Please don't write in. I know they're pollinators. I know they're a really important part of the chain. But big wasps, I'm not a big... They hurt quite a lot and I flare up. You just watched a wasp massacre live. What was I talking about? Yeah, Homeland. So if you haven't already, absolutely get your gogglebox eyes around Homeland. It's an incredible series, really good series. Anyway, right. I have one more thing to share with you today. Oh, it's only 22 minutes past. What's happened this week? I think it's because of all this. It's throwing me off. We need to be on the same thing. Like YouTube, Instagram. We need to pop that together. Richard Bach, probably. Again, I don't know who this guy is either. Maybe you can Google him and find out. Google the other guy as well. Your only obligation in any lifetime is to be true to yourself. Now, I have... There's a comment on Instagram. Wasps are devil insects. Swat it. I know lots of people don't like wasps. And I'm not a big fan either, and they're the only thing I'll actively go out and kill. I'll even shoo... Vicky says, wasps get angrier in colder weather, be careful. Well, then I will be absolutely certain that it dies. That's what I want to do. There it is. It's skirting around the chair. It knows, I think. It knows not... It's okay, it's rested on the window. I think it wants to go out. Can go out as well. It can go out in a waspy little grave is where it can go out. What was I saying then? I can't remember before the wasp started attacking me. Lisa Ann Rogers says, watch it doesn't get stuck behind your screen. Oh my God. So I have to tell you another thing about this. You might have seen on Instagram that I ran a competition because a little thunderfly bug thing got stuck behind my laptop screen, behind the actual screen itself. So I email somebody really cheerfully and say, hey, I've got a little bug, stuck behind my screen. Any chance you can get it out? And he's like a, Apple Mac repair person who says, oh no, you can't. You have to replace the whole screen because they're sealed. You can't, I can't get in there. And I'm like, well, they're obviously not sealed, are they? Because there's a fly behind it. So, So anyway, the whole screen's got to be replaced to the tune of £800 or something. So I thought, well, I don't think so. I'll just, leave him there. So we ran the competition, didn't we? And some people won a copy of my book to name the little fly. And I couldn't quite decide which one. So we got Stephen Fly and Little Bugger, right? So he's the Little Bugger Stephen Fly. Anyway, I'm typing away on my computer the other day and I've extended the monitor. So I've got another monitor so that it's bigger for some work I'm doing at the minute. There's only a bloody thunderfly in the other monitor as well. I couldn't believe it. This monitor's 4 months old or something, and there's another little thunderfly behind it. I'm plagued by them here. So I don't know what I'm going to do with all these things, because I'm not going to... Donna says she's only just finished X-Files. You're telling me you're only 20 years late. Crikey. That's really late. So, I don't know whether I should... I'm not going to run another competition. I don't have any bloody books left. I'll just be giving them all away, not selling them, because you lot will all be having them naming all the sodding flies behind all of my equipment. So it's obviously not sealed, is it? Maybe there's somebody out there watching this that knows that you can get the fly behind. I don't know. Maybe it works like that. Maybe it doesn't. Anyway, listen. I've got one last thing I want to show you. We're probably going to finish a little bit early today, unless you've got a comment that wants to come in. I've done my quote. I've got a wasp to go and kill. Listen, I'm very fortunate because I sell a lot of my products online. I don't really ever sell products like face-to-face like this. But, hey, Justin Kernagan Pics. Instagram's really terrible for knowing who the hell you're talking to. But there are new forged like banknotes. Now, the whole point of going to plastic banknotes was that we wouldn't have this whole forgery thing before, right? Because I haven't got one with me, but I used to, obviously, travel a lot to the US. And so I've got lots of dollar bills and lots of American currency. But the whole point of which are paper, and they're really easy to forge, apparently. That's not me. But there's new ones, and these are terrible. These are like, I mean, they don't even look... Do you know what I mean? They basically look like a child has drawn them. They're not... England isn't even spelt correctly, look. But because if you're sort of paying quickly, apparently people are getting away with these... Like, these. Like, it's... They're like bits of stupid... Like, it's nuts. It's like a... So I said to the, because we have a post office lady who's always telling me about these different things that people are doing wrong and not doing or whatever. So I said to this post office lady, nobody can see this, can you? I said, what we'll do is we'll take the, you let me know when you get one of those, silly little notes in next time, and we'll take them and I'll just pop over and we'll do magic, and then you'll end up with the, with the real £20 notes, and you'll all be okay with it. She was pretty happy with that. I took that as my fee. So I was kidding. There's not real notes. There's not forged notes. Sorry, there's only the. But they are apparently unforgeable now. These plastic ones. So that's good, isn't it? Because you don't want to get forged notes. Mark says he used to work for a currency shop and some of the fakes were so bad. Yeah, I know. Some people literally draw them. Vicky says, can I draw some and send them and have them returned, please? Yes, you can. I shall set up some sort of swap shop for. We'll start with the Cuttings Club, and then you guys can send in your £20 notes that you think need to be redone. That's fine. You do need to be careful with them, of course, because it is illegal. So the problem with it being illegal is you do need to make sure that you don't do it too often. So I think it's best we stick with these forges. Anyway, that's that. So listen, gang, it's a smash between Instagram and YouTube. Next week, I think I'm just going to broadcast to every bear, and every person. We will have a bear. So you'll go up there and then everybody's happy. I think that's the way that we'll do it. And next week also, we're going to have the special guests as well, because that's the thing with Instagram is you'll be able to see the special guests. With YouTube, you'll be able to see the special guests and on Facebook, but you won't be able to see them if you're on Instagram, I don't think. But we'll work it out. That's pretty good fun, isn't it? Sunday Elevenses. So it's a whole new week. It's a whole new opportunity for you to do something fun, to do something interesting, and also to remember to decide how you want to feel. So when you go to bed tonight and you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is you say thank you to yourself. Thanks, because I get another day. I'm alive. Not everybody is going to wake up tomorrow morning, and that in itself puts it in perspective, doesn't it? So if you wake up tomorrow morning, and I really hope you do, you say thanks very much. I get another day. And then the first thing you ask yourself is, how do I feel today? How do I feel this morning? And then you want to ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? And that's going to set you up for the rest of the day, because you can decide first thing on Monday morning, this is how I want to feel, and this is the projection I'm going to give myself for the rest of the day. So it's been, as ever, absolutely wonderful. I'm sorry it's a little bit clunky this week. It's all this kind of transition thing. It will be all smooth and perfect by next week. I've got a whole day in my diary lined up to make this the best Sunday Elevenses experience that you have. So bear with me, and those of you who sticked with it, so my mum's not watching, stuck with it, will enjoy that next week. So have a great week, everybody. Lots of love. Love you. And you, by the way, look cracking today, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Bye-bye.